What's up, Supernatural superfans?
It's Nate and Krissy, your hosts of
Gank That Drank, the Supernatural Drinking Game Podcast.
It's the podcast where we make up drinking game rules for a favorite episode of our favorite show, Supernatural.
We recap the episode for you and let you know how all the rules played out.
Then we let you know the drinking game rules for the next episode, so you can play along.
But we want to talk to you today about becoming an exclusive member of Gank That Drank, a Supernatural drinking game podcast.
Becoming a member is just $5 a month. It's easy to do, and it helps keep the podcast going, bringing you more fresh drink to gank. Or gank to drink, whatever.
One of those two. Plus, members get every episode early and ad-free,
with some extra bonus content at the end of each episode as a member exclusive.
We play games, we talk trivia, we chat about what we were watching besides Supernatural.
We talk about our lessons learned from each episode, and sometimes give you a geographical zoom in on the towns or areas the episodes take place in.
We have fun! Ha 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 ha. And we gank those drinks, and we want you to be a part of it.
So join us and become a member at truestory.fm/Gank That Drank.
And when you're out there in the world saving people and hunting things,
you know, the family business.
Keep the Gank That Drank motto in mind. Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.
Before we dive in, here's another show you can enjoy in the True Story FM family of entertainment podcasts.
Hey, psst. Hey, you see that Snickers over there? If no one's looking, you should just take it.
No! Don't listen to him, my son. That would be stealing, and stealing is a sin.
Sin Schmin, it's a friggin' Snickers bar. You deserve to have it. Sinning really satisfies you.
Repent, my child. Virtue is the only real snack worth savoring. For that candy bar is merely a gateway to nougat damnation. Has this ever happened to you?
Listening to the devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other, and you're not sure what to think?
Then we're here to help. I'm Pete Wright.
And I'm Tommy Metz III, and this season on All the Feelings, we're examining the 7 deadly sins.
You know, the fun ones.
And the 7 heavenly virtues.
Which are also a thing. Through personal stories, historical oddities, and way too much embarrassment, we take you on a thrilling journey through all the goods and the bads you hear about in church.
But without all that pesky church stuff. So come join us for All the Feelings Season 9, a sometimes funny podcast about being human. All the sins, all the virtues.
All in one place. Go to allthefeelings.fun to learn more, or subscribe to All the Feelings wherever you get your podcasts.
Game over.
Hey there, true believers. Andy Nelson here from the Marvel Movie Minute podcast with the rest of the team.
Pete Wright, Kyle Olson,
Rob Cabasco,
and Matthew Fox.
This is the podcast where we dissect the Marvel Cinematic Universe 1 minute at a time, exploring every detail of this epic superhero franchise.
In our season looking at Iron Man 3, we're going to mix things up a bit.
That's right, Rob and I are your guides, but instead of our usual minute-by-minute format, we dive into 5 minutes of the film in each weekly episode.
It's a totally new approach, but one that still allows us to explore all the depth and detail that makes these movies so special, even if Iron Man 3 isn't all that special.
Hold on. That's where you're wrong. Extremist, Shane Black.
Yeah. Would you like to look at the Mandarin and Maya Hansen? Mm-hmm.
So whether you're a die-hard Marvel fan or just love deep dives into movies, there's something for everyone on Marvel Movie Minute.
Suit up and join us on this epic audio adventure. You can find us at truestory.fm or by searching Marvel Movie Minute on your favorite podcatcher.
Because in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, every minute is packed with excitement.
Enough said.
Hello and welcome to Gank
That
Drank.
Drank.
Oh, it's sprayed everywhere.
I was clean, crisp.
Beautiful.
No
Beautiful on
caffeine.
Nate's part. Totally messy on Krissy's part. Hello, it's Gank That Drank, a supernatural drinking game podcast. It's the podcast where two comedians pick their favorite episodes of their favorite show, Supernatural, and make up drinking game rules. We recap the episode for you. We tell you how the drinking game rules worked out. And we generally have a good time. And then at the end, we tell you what the next game is and what the drinking game rules are so you can play along.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
It's like homework. We give you a little bit of homework, some drinking homework, so it's not bad homework.
Right.
Yeah, it's good homework. It's the good kind of homework that you get from Gank That Drank, a supernatural drinking game, a podcast that is sadly not appearing at Phoenix Comic-Con this year, which will be over by the time this episode comes out. But at the time that we're recording it, it's this weekend.
Yes, I'm sad that it cannot be there, but there are reasons.
Next year
for sure. It'll happen next year.
Yeah.
I, Krissy, am excited to talk about this episode with you.
Are you really?
I am.
Okay.
I am. No, I think it's sorry. I'm excited to talk about this episode with you. I just finished watching the episode that we're going to do next, and that episode is a little harder pill to swallow.
Then this one? This one is hard.
This one's, yeah. I like this though.
I did too, but it's not a great episode. I'll just say that up top. Yeah. It's not one of my favorite episodes. I picked it because it jumped out at me.
I can see why. I mean, as it was going on, I was like, okay, I kind of remember the beats of this and how this episode goes.
Yeah.
I could not remember. Though still until they revealed it, couldn't remember what the bad was. So I guess that wasn't like memorable enough to be like, oh, it was definitely one of these.
It's this. Well, this is a very generic episode. Of course, we're talking about season 9, episode 8, Rock in a Hard Place, the episode I picked for this week. And it's a very generic monster of the week. It's like a bunch of other episodes. It's really similar to a lot of other episodes, but it's its own episode. It's this episode, and I think it's entirely forgettable. But it jumped out to me because I was scanning through all the episodes of season 9 because I got my DVDs out for Phoenix Comic-Con. So I got all my DVDs out, and I was like reading through the descriptions, and I was like, oh, the Vestal Virgins. We haven't done this one. Maybe it's fun. Maybe it's not.
Maybe not so much. It's got weird moments and things in it.
But it's a Jody episode, so that's what kept me going.
Right. Yeah, and it's but then that's like that makes that, I think that redeems it, I would say. I say that redeems this episode, the fact that Jody is in it.
I think so too.
I think I don't know, the supporting characters are pretty funny. For the most part. The bad's just meh. And yeah, there's not a whole lot of. It's a classic people getting snatched and taken to a place. Then inevitably one of the boys is going to get snatched and taken to that place. Like, it's one of those. It seems to be pretty common.
Yep.
So, follows kind of a formula, but it's got good moments. Like you said, the Jody bits are good.
All right.
I'm excited to talk about it. What are our rules, though, Krissy?
Let's get down and dirty. Let's talk about the rules. Rule number 1, someone gets nabbed, take a drink. Rule number 2, if someone says church, take a drink. Rule number 3, if someone says virgins or virginity, take a drink. If someone mentions dragons, take a drink. If someone does research, take a drink. If someone goes to Smooch City, take a drink.
Take me down to the Paris Smooch City. No, that wasn't the right song to do for that.
If you see blue flames, take a drink.
Hot child in Smooch City. That was better.
If you take a shot or double your drink or finish your drink if you get a Jody sucker punch. Drink for the Jody sucker punch.
Bam.
We're playing the Sammy rule. We're always playing the Sammy rule. If anyone calls Sam Sammy, you take a drink and take a shot when Zeke appears.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. I'm excited to see how the numbers came out because there's one I definitely forgot.
Missed a lot of?
Not forgot, just like, no, I was on top of the one I think is the most. It was a different one. We'll talk about it.
Okay, so I gotta say, if today is a little unhinged, it's because I've been ganking dranks already.
Oh, yeah? You out at like a happy hour?
Yes. So the National Comedy Theater. Oh my God, what did I just do?
What?
Ew.
You dead named us.
I dead named us.
Dead named us.
Oh no. Oh, gross. Get the taste out of my mouth. The Neighborhood Comedy Theater just got a new partner, the Sacred Pint Brewing Company. That took over our front lobby area. So our front lobby area is now a tap room that is open. Big changes at the Neighborhood Comedy Theater. But so I was down there today with my husband Dorian, the co-director of the Neighborhood Comedy Theater, Dorian. And we were cleaning up the green room and organizing and trying to make space for things. And then when we were wrapping up, we were like, let's go have a pint. So I went and had a pint, and then when I got home, I was like, I'm just going to keep having drinks. So I've been into the White Claws.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I am ganked and dranked.
Awesome. I asked them for a 10-ounce pour the other night, and he gave me a full one. And then I never remembered to check if he only charged me for a 10-ounce or a full one. But I definitely asked for a 10-ounce.
Oh, I didn't know you could. What's a 10-ounce?
A 10-ounce pour instead of a 16-ounce pour, because it was like a stronger beer, and it was going to be my last one, and I didn't want a full 16 ounces of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, can I get 10 ounces? And he just poured the thing on up, and I was like, oh, okay.
His answer was no.
Yeah, but then I didn't want to get, because it's cheaper. They even have it on their menu listed, 10 ounces. So I was like, oh. And then I forgot to look at my tab at the end because I had an extra 6 ounces of strong beer I wasn't planning on having.
Yeah. Oh,
that's how they get you
together, Sacred Pint. That's how they get you to stay.
Yeah, right. Well,
yeah. Then you're like, I have to stay and get an Uber home.
I've closed it down 2 of the 6 nights it's been 4 or 5 nights it's been open. I've closed it down. Because they have a trivia box in there. Once I got going on the trivia box,
they do. Oh, it's really cool. It's a super fun.
So
super fun tap house.
Excited,
it's really great.
Excited about it, Krissy.
All right, so this is season 9, episode 8, Rock in a Hard Place. It originally aired November 26th, 2013. It was written by Jenny Klein, the namesake of our girl from the James Marsters, I do that every time, Charisma Carpenter episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was directed by John McCarthy. And our guest stars include Lindy Booth as Vesta, of course, Kim Rhodes as Jody Mills, Susie Abromeit as Susie Lee. Oh, they just named her herself. Okay. Yeah. And Tiara Scoby as Honor. Scoby. There we go.
Yeah, Scoby.
Okay. All right. So then, what likes virgins and gold? Dragons. Take a drink. We get reminded that Sammy is possessed by an angel. That's Ezekiel, and he's keeping Sammy smooshed together after the trials. Jody Mills, remember her? She went on a date with Crowley which I totally don't remember that fucking episode. We got to do that episode.
But we did the episode that leads into that episode.
But we didn't do that episode.
But we did not do that. I think I watched it because it just kept going.
Yeah,
so
it
that
just
I think
came
I watched
on.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to do that.
We definitely did the episode before that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like recently.
Very recently. And Crowley's like, blah, blah, boo hoo.
Yeah.
Oh, Crowley, I love you. All right. Now, a girl is closing up a diner. She gives food to Slim, the homeless guy. And she's being followed. We know she's being followed because we hear footsteps. And she turns around and she's all freaked out and stuff. She drops her keys and hides under a car with a stun gun. Good for her.
Mm-hmm.
For having a little pocket stun gun on her keychain. This is necessary for young women who are going to be closing up diners. Good for her. But it's not helpful if someone's going to lift up the car on top of you. We see blue flames and someone gets nabbed. Take 2 drinks. We get the title card, Supernatural. Back at the bunker, Sammy is snoozing at the table. How's Kevin? How's Crowley? Oh, they're both doing whatever. Sammy is like, I just can't recharge my battery. And he doesn't know why, but we know why.
Right.
It's because Ezekiel is in there just running around like a hamster on a wheel.
Charging his batteries.
Draining his batteries.
Yeah. But isn't he fixing Sam at the same time?
He's like hiding out. And he's keeping Sam together.
Right. Like, Sam wouldn't be alive if it weren't for Ezekiel.
Right, exactly. Jody calls. She's got a case. 4 people have gone missing. And someone lifted an SUV to nab this girl. So this might be, as Jody says, the kind of song you two dance to.
Mm-hmm.
They meet Jody. It's hugs all around. There have been 4 abductions, all from a church. Take a drink ×3. They mentioned a church 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Is it angels? Wait, angels, Jody says? Angels exist? Yeah, says Dean, but don't get too excited. They suck. They interview Slim. Tell us what you saw. And he says he saw someone or something lifting up the car, and he saw blue fire. They mention church again. Take a drink. At the church, the members are going missing. They're all part of a chastity group. Abstinence Purifies Us. The SPU. The SPEW.
APU.
APU. The APU. Okay. So it's members only, and Sam and Dean are like, count us in. And the girl, who I will refer to as Boss Lady, is like, well, I'll be a squirrel in a skirt. And they...
like, I can't believe she can't see through them. Like,
I know. She should be able to see through them. She really should. Sammy is like, fire and virgins. And Dean is like, maybe it's a dragon. Take a drink. They really want it to be a dragon. And really I gotta root out whatever episode it is a fucking dragon.
Right?
What is the dragon episode? That's bananas. I don't remember a dragon episode. Do you?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Okay, good. So they sign a purity pact to get re-virginized in God's eyes. This is your clean slate, the boss lady says. And they sign. And she says, congratulations, you're both virgins. Take a drink. This is the second time Dean has been re-virginized, or rehymenated, as he likes to say. The other one is in Monster Movie in season 4, where he comes back from hell and figures that he has lost all his scars. He must be a virgin again. So in what I'll be referring to as the other bunker, the bad bunker, not our bunker, the bunker where Honor is being held captive, she uses her taser, her little zapper, to navigate, and she knows someone else is there. We see Figures flash by. She hears footsteps. She hears little bangs and noises. She knows someone else is there. All right, that's all we get from her. We'll come back to her later. At the church meeting, they begin with a prayer. Tammy wrote a poem called Sex is a Racket and God's Ball is in Your Court. Not a good title, Tammy. Trim it. Trim it down.
It's a verse, just a verse.
Yep. And Susie, who is running the meeting, is like, we'd love to hear that, but later. Let's talk to our new members. Sam, what brought you here to reclaim your virginity? And he's like, well, all my relations haven't ended well. And they chant, stay strong, stay pure. Stay strong, stay pure. They talk to Dean, and he's like, I don't know, sex is great, but it makes you feel bad.
This
and he
is the most memorable scene from the whole episode. Like, as soon as they're in this meeting, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember what happens. Dean, like, turns them all on by just
oh yeah, he does.
And they're just getting crotch shots. They got them crossing their legs, crunching up the pamphlets. It's good. It's funny.
It's so funny. And it's Jensen Ackles at his finest, as Dean at his finest. It's worth the whole episode just to watch that scene.
It really is.
And then he wraps it all up by saying, I don't know, the whole thing was just too sticky.
It's great. It's perfect.
It's great.
I think that's the thing. Like I said, there's moments of this episode that are, I think, very memorable. Mm-hmm. The episode as a whole, maybe not as much, but like I said, that moment, I was like, oh, of course, that's this. Yes.
That's this one. So Dean thinks Susie looks familiar, and Sam is like, oh, come on, Dean, you're going to try this here in a virginity group? And he's like, yeah, I am. I'll be back. So Sammy talks to the boss lady, and she's like, oh, Honor was my favorite. And Tammy gets incensed. And she comes over to Sam and says, she has no idea what kind of girl Honor really is. Oh my gosh, she's got some tea to spill about Honor. Meanwhile,
like she does.
Yeah, Dean is being offered private coaching with the hot blonde leader of this group named Susie. Oh, she's going to give him some books that she read about chastity. So Dean is going to accompany her to her home. Oh, my. Jody is at the motel doing research. How was church? Take a drink. Tammy revealed that Honor and Pastor Fred did the dirty.
Which, okay, like, F Pastor Fred, though.
Yeah, really, he is taking advantage. That is a classic power dynamic advantage taken.
Yeah. Ick.
No
bueno.
Did you notice that the wallpaper at this motel is buffalo plaid?
I did not notice this. It is in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, is where it's set. And the boys at the beginning of the episode drive up there from the bunker like it's, 30-minute drive or whatever, when it's a 5-hour drive between the boys and Sioux Falls anyway. I noticed
they drive everywhere like it's around the corner.
No, but it's like Jody was just waiting in that parking lot the whole time for 5 hours.
She was just standing there twiddling her thumbs, waiting for the boys. Okay, so Jody reveals that the kidnapped couple, so there was, of the 4 people, it was Pastor Fred, Honor, and now this couple. And she said that they were overheard by one of their moms doing it. And the mom clearly heard the boy say, it doesn't count because it was under 30 seconds. What? That's a gross joke, even for Supernatural.
Yeah.
Then she heard a smash and saw blue light flames. Take a drink. It's taking virgins, take a drink, but virgins who break their chastity vows. Oh, my. Dragons are off the list. Take a drink. Dragons, Jody says, take a drink. That's a thing. And Sammy says, yeah, too many things are things. That is a quote
What a line.
for Supernatural. If
My
ever there was a
favorite line.
pull quote, too many things are things.
Too many things are a thing. I would put that on a shirt. I'd wear a Supernatural shirt with that on.
Too many things are things. Maybe I'll find you one at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Or Phoenix Fan Fusion, excuse me.
Yeah, can't use that.
So Dean is at Susie's house. He ignores all of Sam's calls and lights a candle. Dean, you dog. Susie cries and asks Dean to pray with her. And he's like, okay. And they sit down on the couch and pray together. Back at the motel, Sammy is trying Dean again. And Jody and Sam have a real nice BM scene. I enjoy church, she reveals. And she also reveals that she thinks that Sam and Dean have something really special in their connection together. It's nice to see someone acknowledge that what Sam and Dean have is really nice.
Right. Yeah, it was.
It's nice to see it characterized as something positive and beautiful and pure.
And not in a jokey way.
And not in slash fiction.
Right.
Back at Susie's, she gives him about 80 books on chastity. And she goes to the potty. And Dean finds in an open drawer, revealed to the whole world, the collection of porn titles that she has started.
Why does she have them?
Why does she have them in a drawer in her living room?
Right. Not in a box in the closet. In a drawer.
They're just in a drawer in her living room.
In the living room, which is like, this is why I was like expecting her to be the bad the whole time, because I was like, boy, that's a real like way to, I don't know. And then also she's like plays some sort of like Latina mistress in these pornography films, and she is a white as white can be.
White as white can be.
Like,
she is white as white rice. She is the white on rice. She's no.
Oh man,
Carmelita.
There's a lot about this whole sequence, the whole reveal of her being the porn star and everything. That's just like, boy, I don't know. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. So he talks to Sam for a hot minute, and he's like, "Sam, it's not a dragon. Take a drink." And then he hangs up again. So Dean reveals that he's seen her work. She doesn't want to be that girl anymore. And he says, look, I've seen literal nightmares, and you're the stuff of the good dreams. What? Okay. It's the dialogue is very cheesy, but it's fun.
Yeah.
They don't appreciate you. The things you can do. The scene with the tacos. What the fuck is she doing with tacos?
Now see, that like feels so lazy. Like, just lazy writing.
I don't love it.
Yeah.
And Susie goes, you're a bad boy. And he says, say it in Spanish. And she does. And then they go to Smooch City. Take a drink.
Yeah.
Olay. In the other bunker, Honor finds a lantern, and she finds Pastor Fred and the couple who have been abducted. Blue flames erupt. Take a drink. And Pastor Fred is gone. Uh-oh. Things are happening. At the motel, Sam and Jody want to go rescue Dean and Susie because they realize they've been gone a long time. Dean is not a good virgin. So they go to rescue Dean and Susie. They're in Smooch City again. Take a drink. And we see blue flames erupt. Take a drink. Yeah. Crack that can, baby. Gank that drank.
Ganking it.
All right. So back in the other bunker, the bad bunker, the girl of the couple is raking her nails against the wall and drinking the blood that comes out because she's so thirsty. And what is the grossest moment of this whole episode?
And seems
It's
very
just,
unnecessary.
it's so unnecessary and it's so dark in this otherwise like fun-filled episode. She's just like, I'm so thirsty. She's raking her nails and then she's like, nom 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 on the blood that comes out. Oh, it's so gross.
Yeah.
Scene and Doozy, who are also known as Dean and Susie.
I like Scene and Doozy.
Scene and Doozy get dropped in. Sam and Jody investigate. They do more research. It's Vesta. We've revealed the big bad. It's Vesta, the Roman goddess of the hearth. The virgins take a drink. Who served her and broke their vows got buried alive. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. It's another Greek god. We're back to Greek gods.
Yeah.
What are we doing? We're back to the Greek
All
gods.
over the map.
Dean gets his spare phone out. Luckily, he has his other phone. And he's trying to get a signal. Vesta controls the blue flame. And that's how they know it's definitely her. In the bad bunker, they fight amongst themselves. The boy of the couple wants to give them honor because she has a busted ankle. And Dean's like, hey, if we're going to give him anyone, we're going to give him you. So just calm down, Chuckles. He doesn't say that, but you know he wants to.
Yeah.
Jody and Sam need oak soaked in virgin's blood. And Dean's like, Sammy's like, I'm a virgin again. And Jody's like, I think we need the real thing, baby. So they go to Tammy to get her blood. This is when we get the Jody sucker punch. Take a shot, finish your drink, double drink, whatever you want to do.
Like,
Jody
for pagans.
Sucker punches him right in the
Blood is for
pagans. Right in
pagans.
the
Us
face.
Christians, we just drink wine and say it's blood.
But she gets the tiniest drop of her blood.
Oh, right. That's all they needed? Like, okay.
Yeah. So they also found the farm that everyone was trapped on based only on a train whistle. A fucking train whistle.
And supposed direction and like the timetables of the trains and then they just nail it. First try.
Nailed. And then Sam finds the hatch right away. Sammy times 4. Take 4 drinks, baby.
Yes.
What do you know? Vesta is the boss lady of the church. We knew it all along. Here's Vesta. Is this how a god acts? Says Jody. Burying people in a barn? It's sort of pathetic. And Vesta says, it only got pathetic when I started having to do it myself. They used to throw virgins at me. And Jody says, sucks to be Lindsay Lohan? What? I don't
Krissy.
understand that joke.
I don't either. Especially for an episode written in 2013. I don't understand it.
I don't understand it. Like, name drop, pop culture reference, okay, but it feels very out of place. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. So she straps Jody to her table. I'm gonna eat your liver! So Sam comes to and tackles Vesta, who Jody pulls the oak out from behind her back, and boom, Vesta stabs her in what should be her literal kidney. That's where your kidneys are stored. That's where she stabs her.
What, she stabs
Jody.
She stabs her in like the shoulder.
No. She gets her like right in the side.
I swear she got her in like the shoulder. That's what it looked like
You
to
think
me. That's why
so?
when she's in the sling later on, it makes sense.
Okay, it looked to me like she got her in the side.
Well, it got her in like the right shoulder. Because at first I thought I got her like in the heart, and I was like, no, Jody doesn't die. But then, like, yeah, it was like the right shoulder. how she was able to pull it out with just, I don't know, who knows? But like,
I don't know. Maybe I misread
yeah.
it. So she tries to hurt Sammy, but she can't because she says he's all duct tape and safety pins inside. Good quote. Good quote.
Yes.
Jody ganks her with the oak that she pulled out of her own body. And Dean finally breaks out of the bad bunker. What did I miss? Yay! We say goodbye to Jody. We say I ganked too many drinks. We say goodbye to Jody. They're packing up their flannel, which I love. I love to see them packing their flannel. I love to see them just rolling it up into fucking wrinkly ass balls and shoving it into a duffel. I love it. I can't get enough of it. We get a BM scene with Sammy. What's wrong with me? And Dean is like, it's because of the trials. And Sammy is like, I'm a mess. Maybe I'll never be okay. And Dean is like, we'll figure it out, Sam. And Dean is fixing to tell Sam all about Zeke when Zeke appears. Take a shot, double drink, finish your drink. And Zeke is like, don't fucking tell him. And Dean is like, but we should. And Zeke is like, but don't. I'm kind of the boss around here. And then Sam comes back and Dean is like, it's not your fault. Have a little faith, Sammy. Take a drink. And that is the end of Rock and a Hard Place. Why is it called Rock and a Hard Place, you think?
Okay. I actually am so happy you brought this up, Krissy, because I was just scrolling on the wiki for this episode. I have 4 alternate titles that come from the international versions of this episode.
I literally can't fucking wait to hear them.
Okay. I'm going to start with the one that I think is the worst one. But maybe even better. I don't know if it's better than Rock and a Hard Place. In Italy, it is called Between the Devil and the Deep Sea.
Nope, that's stupid.
That's bad, right? All right. In Brazil, it is called Between the Cross and the Sword. Which kind of
that still doesn't capture what the episode is about.
No, but these next 2 definitely do. In Germany, it was called Finally a Virgin Again.
Yeah, that's what it needs to be called.
Right. However, I would say that's what it needs to be called if it weren't for Hungary. Hungary, which is not, from what I understand, a super dope place, but they made a dope title for this episode, which is Unmake Virgins with an exclamation point. So I like Unmake Virgins is probably my favorite.
That's what it needs to be called. It needs to be something about virgins.
Yeah, finally a virgin again.
Seriously.
I don't know. The Germans nailed that.
I can't stand it. Virginity is a construct. It's a terrible blight on our humanity. And whatever. It's terrible. But this episode was what it was. It was silly and stupid. It had some fun moments. Not my favorite, but I picked it. What can I do?
If we could get an 18 plus panel next year for Gank, it would be fun to maybe do this one because I would love to have someone read the Dean sex monologue in front of an audience.
No.
I think it would be funny.
Too much.
I think we should have a competition of people who could read it the best. I think it'd be funny.
Okay. Well, I'll take that under advisement. Oh my god. All right. How did the rules play out? I feel like I missed a bunch. I can't wait to see what our answers are.
I missed so many.
Okay, someone gets nabbed 3 times.
Correct.
Okay. How many times did you get someone saying church?
I only counted 6, and I feel like I missed a bunch.
I got 6 too!
Yeah.
All right. How many times do you get virgins or virginity?
I got 11 times.
I only got 8.
Oh.
How many times did you get them mentioning dragons?
5 times?
5 times. Nailed it.
Nice.
Doing research 3 times.
I got 4, but I think I counted maybe like 2 of the same research sessions. Or
All
one
right.
research session of 2.
Smooch City.
Twice.
All right. Blue Flames.
I only got twice, but I think I missed the first one.
I got 6.
Oh, really? See, I missed.
Yep.
I think I definitely missed. I missed at the very beginning, and then I was not, counting or,
The Blue Flames.
yeah.
It was 6.
All right.
There's 1 Jody Sucker Punch.
Yep.
And this
4
is a tough
Sammys.
one. I got 5.
Oh.
There's one right at the end. Right at the end.
Oh, okay.
Says you gotta have a little faith, Sammy.
Oh, I missed that.
And then 1 shot when Zeke appears.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That was a rough one. What's up next, Nate?
Okay, Krissy. Up next, we are actually going to. I'm using this episode as a little inspiration. I don't know.
Okay.
The idea of love.
Okay, the
and
idea
stuff.
of love.
And you and I were talking recently, and you said that we have not done the Cupid episode.
Oh, the gross ass Cupid episode.
Yeah. So we're doing
it's the worst
ass Cupid episode.
Cupid episode.
It's really not even a Cupid episode. It's a Horseman episode.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Season 5, episode 14, My Bloody Valentine.
I find it hard to believe that there's anything in season 5 we haven't done yet.
So in doing this, I was like leafing through the notebook to be like, how much of season 5 have we done? And yes, like we have not. There's not much we have not touched of season 5 yet. So
it's a great season. It's a great
phenomenal season. The demon Sam and the demon blood.
Sam and the demon blood. It's so good. All right.
I'm stealing your rule. Smooch City.
Smooch City.
Take a drink for some Smooch City. Take a drink when Dean drinks.
Okay, that's gonna be a lot.
Take a drink for every person that dies, and then drink 2 times if we knew their name.
Okay.
Take a drink for some demon smokeouts.
I love that rule.
Take a drink for Cupid hugs.
Cupid hugs.
Take a drink anytime Sam like questions Dean, and you'll kind of know what I mean by that. It's like basically like questioning if Dean's okay.
Okay.
Take a drink every time someone says, quote, hungry.
I'm so hungry. Okay.
And take a drink anytime Cass is eating.
Okay, I like those rules.
Yeah, should be a good game.
I'm excited to do that episode. I have my next episode picked out, and I'm super excited. It's summer. It's summertime.
It rained yesterday, which it never does.
I know, it was beautiful.
It was
glorious.
The first time in 50 years it rained on June 1st.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. So we didn't introduce ourselves at the beginning. I'm Krissy, one of the directors at the Neighborhood Comedy Theater in downtown Mesa, Arizona. And Nate, who are you?
I'm Nate McWhortor, a performer and teacher at the Neighborhood Comedy Theater in downtown Mesa, Arizona, home of the Sacred Pint
Brewing Company Tap Room.
Brewing Company Tap Room.
Where can people find us in the real world?
They can find us right there on Main Street at 214 West Main in downtown Mesa, Arizona, or go to nctphoenix.com to find out when shows are and buy tickets to them and come see them and have
come
a
see
pint.
us.
Yeah, come see us and have a pint before, have a pint after. I still have not got an answer on whether you could maybe get Gus's next door and bring it in or not, but
I think you can.
they told me I could. But then I
Yeah,
don't
I think
know.
you can.
Gus's is waiting to hear if they're able to walk it over or not. So
Oh.
we need to have those conversations
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
let me know
various
these things. I can ask them anytime.
things around
Yeah.
town
But
that
if
do
you come to
that.
the show, if you come see the show and you're like at the end, you come up to Nate or Krissy and you say, "Hey, I'm a Gank That Drank listener. I will buy
I'd
you a
faint.
fucking
Yeah,
pint."
I'll buy you two. I'll faint and then buy you 2 pints.
You can find me at truestory.fm, both on the Gank That Drank podcast and the Most Excellent 80s Movies podcast. If you are here with us at the end and you're like, I need more, I want more of Tipsy Krissy and the Gank That Drank team, become a member. Shoot us $5 a month or $55 a year over at truestory.fm. And you not only get every episode without any weird interruptions, you get special bonus content where you really get to know Nate and Krissy a little bit better. It's lots of fun. And we encourage you to do that. If you don't want to spend money, like, rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, tell your local virginity club counselor. And as always, when you're out there saving people and hunting things, you know the family business. Keep the Gank That Drank motto in mind. Be excellent to each other and party
Party
on,
on,
dudes.
dudes.